So Migration was actually pretty brilliant from the powerhouse that is Illumination Studios, which obviously very recently this year brought us the Super Mario World movie. And Migration is a really tight 90-minute movie, so it's so easy to watch through and it's just so good. And what makes it really good is the fact that it's just able to cater for the entire family. So it's not just for young kids, it's actually for adults too. And I just think because of that, it's so sophisticated, it's got so much depth, and it's just really enjoyable. And all of the situations and scenarios that these group of characters find themselves in just get more and more intense as the movie progresses. So you're really on the edge of your seat, quite literally, as the movie is going through, and it's just so good because of that. And I think the underlying message of this movie is just really relatable in terms of the benefit of getting out of your comfort zone. And you know that you're going to feel the fear because of this, but just feel the fear and do it anyway, as they say with Nike, as the reward on the other side is really worth it. And on that point, it really does show the benefit of traveling, really expanding your horizons, experiencing new things, really developing and growing as a person. Obviously, this is going to come with challenges, but just fight the challenges and just go through them. As like I said, the reward on the other side is worth it. So it was just so good from a relatability perspective, but also something that you can learn from too. And as they also say in psychology, taking the first step is the hardest, but after you do this, then you can go into a flow state. And then you're just going to be really surprised with what you're able to achieve and how much you're able to grow and how much your mind is able to expand too. And all of these characters have a desire for adventure after they're able to get over their challenges, of course. And just the goal of trying to get to the Caribbean where there is glowing water is really cool. And I feel like this movie is really fast paced. So like I said, there are a number of different scenarios and challenges that they have to experience, but you don't spend anything more than 15 minutes in each one. So it just goes through everything really quickly. For example, are these big birds going to destroy these ducks? Are they able to survive New York traffic and New York pigeons? There's a really cool rescue mission. Are they even going to be able to live through all of these challenges and actually get to their golden paradise-based destination? All of those stuff is really good. As like I said, every single one is so individual and threatening a different character member, so it's just so good. And I loved it, how it has got a bit of a Pixar twist taking place in terms of is everything as good as it seems from the outside, which I thought was really good. And I thought was also really clever is that it really does put you into the mindset and the headspace of these ducks, as none of the human characters actually have got a speaking role, as the ducks wouldn't know what they sound like and what they're actually saying. So I think it's really clever how you're really in the ducks' world and the birds' worlds, and of course they can communicate with them. So it's really cool. And on that point, they're really giving Disney and Pixar a run for their money. As like I said, this movie is so sophisticated, is able to be enjoyed by the entire family. And all of the voice actors just do such a good job in terms of realizing all of their characters. So for example, the father Mac is really anxious, he's really protective, and he just wants to keep all of his family very safe in this pond that they've known for their entire life. And this really reminded me of the rabbit family in Zootopia, who just wanted to keep the main character really safe and protected in their area. But then of course he grows and then goes on this big adventure, and I feel like his growth from a character arc point of view is really good. But he doesn't lose himself as a character, as he is still really protective over his family. So I just think it was written and voiced by Kumail Nanjiani in a really good way. His wife Pam is really adventurous, really confident, really daring. I feel like they could have done a little bit more with her from a storyline perspective, but I feel like as a pair, they really do bring out the best in each other. I would have loved a little bit more with Dax, the son, who's also really confident, and his sister Gwen, who's really innocent. But I guess, you know, they've only got 90 minutes, so they can only do so much. But Uncle Dan is absolutely hilarious. He just gets them in a lot of trouble, and Danny DeVito just voices him in such a good way. And Keegan-Michael Key, like I keep saying, he's one of the best voice actors in the business, and he just did such a good job with one of the characters that they are trying to rescue, very Angry Birds Rio inspired. So, you know, this movie was really good, so unexpected and just so enjoyable. And they definitely do tease a bit of a sequel by the end of it, so I can't wait to see what's going to happen with the future of the Migration brand. As like I said, this got a really bright future, and I just can't wait to see what they're going to be doing next. But as far as this movie is concerned, I'm going to give it a solid 7.5 out of 10. And I would love to hear from you. What did you think of Migration? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.